stage 2 of the Dakar, and a blessed relief for all concerned in Africa. Heights kindergartner happier than most. Johan Roma topping the standings though on the bikes. And defending champion Jean-Pierre Fontenay leading after a fine day's drive. Well, it was so much a different story, wasn't it, yesterday? Yes, indeed, the mud of southern Spain, a downpour creating havoc. The stage had to be cancelled, and they ran the prologue once again, counting it this time in the overall standings. Well, for some, it was worse than others. Rui da Silva with the sidecar, having to dig it out with his damaged hand. And not a happy man. And indeed, he spared time for us. Literally stuck in the mud. Very unstable, he said, the conditions. Absolutely horrible. The wheels trapped on a ridge of mud. Well, it may be a bad thing. Taking part, even with our problems, though, is what it's all about. Yes, the principle is taking part. It's all very good. Well, a happy man, despite his problems. That's what we like to see. Well, others as well in serious trouble. Philippe Gautier. Well, he had a desperate day, as you can see, and things were just getting worse and worse for him. Technical failures, the order of the day for him. At this early stage, though, everyone prepared at least to have a chat about their problems, whether their mood will change towards the end of the Dakar. We shall see. Very tough today, he says. I don't like doing this circuit again. We already did in the prologue, and it's simply worse. We have all kinds of problems. Water in the ignition. The air filter is flooded. The fuel line also flooded. Problems with the fuel pump. And as you can see, the smoke just filling up the cab. Terrain, he said, the land up the lie of it. Very bad indeed. It's time to clean up and go on, he says. We'll see you in the special tomorrow. Well, you can see where he's going. And indeed asking for directions as the smoke filled the cabin. Well, thankfully, soon we were on board the boat and heading to Northern Africa. After the repeat of the prologue, it was normal roads right the way down to the port. The vehicles cleaned up nicely to show off those sponsors' names, all important, of course, throughout the whole world of motor sports. And the trucks joining the rest of them, the backup teams, all so important on the Dakar. And so farewell to mainland Europe, destination Africa. And a chance for some to catch up with the pictures of the day, while others took it a little easier, it has to be said. Yes, Laurent Bourgnon on board the bigger boat than he's normally used to. And the Hummer as well, still in there and doing America proud, it has to be said. So a warm and rapturous welcome from the Moroccans. Cold, it certainly still was, the other side of the water. Only excitement getting the better of some of the more effusive competitors. It's cold indeed. Bernardo Villar says, not very good in sporting terms, the opening stage. Very tough. Complex, he said, with all the water. Now the worst is still to come, I'm afraid. Very cold liaison. There's even more rain over here in Morocco. We're not expecting it to get any better. But unfortunately, he says, we haven't brought winter clothes.
Hace
And it's
mucho
still
frío.
cold.
Para nosotros los canarios hace mucho frío.
As Jeff says, after the boat,
Canarias, muy buen
very
tiempo.
cold indeed, but
Y aquí
thankfully
hace un frío que-
it's over quickly and we're heading south. Moonrise over Morocco. And so this what's in store for all and sundry, heading from Rabat all the way down to Agadir with a 100-kilometre special sandwiched in the middle. Well, where there are two wheels, there are also four, and indeed sometimes 6 or 8 on the Dakar. Well, the cars, of course, in pursuit of the bikes, and that's something of a problem for some of the vehicles, having to overtake those stragglers on the bikes. But for Jean-Pierre Fontenay, the defending champion, it was a chance to show everyone a clean pair of exhaust pipes as he sped away in the Mitsubishi. And indeed, he was to complete the 99.5 kilometre special in a time of 1 hour 13:22. Throwing down the gauntlet, if you like, making his mark, saying, "This is who I am," as if they didn't know already. Basically, making his mark for the rest of the rally. Well, of course, the Mitsubishi's filling the top 4 places today. And Miguel Prieto, one of those. Prieto 13th last time around. Unlucky for some, but he won the opening stage. And said he was very happy to be top of the pile going onto the African continent. Yes, Mitsubishi dominating again today, as expected, but they didn't have things all their own way, it has to be said. And the Nissans were playing catch-up, but in effective form. That's Hiroshi Matsuoka in another Mitsubishi. Stretch design, able to carry his own parts, not that he doesn't use the backup service as well.
Heute war es eine ganz kurze Etappe, so stand es auf dem
Well,
Papier.
Ulrich Bremer, the team manager of Mitsubishi, said it was a great day for us. Very tough though for Prieto, he said. He had to overtake the slower bikes, but thankfully, he said there was no problems in general, and indeed, the extreme conditions didn't hamper us too much. It was quite a fast stage, and of course it suited the Mitsubishis just fine.
Am Ende sind unsere 4 Mitsubishi sehr gut durchgekommen.
Well, an enviable job, it has to be said, for Ulrich Bremer, team manager of the team everyone expects the most of. So anything short of absolute success is deemed perhaps a bad day for Mitsubishi. Well, today they had a great day, as did the Schlessermobiles. Nice to see the buggies once again, these strange machines with the engine, of course, slung over the back. And Jose Maria Servia, once again, fastest of these machines. And looking very comfortable it is, as well.
Pues muy bien, el tramo era muy bonito, muy virado, con barro y
very good, he said, well suspended, moving fine throughout the special. And not too many problems, thankfully. Well, Jutta Kleinschmidt said she had difficulty getting sponsorship, as we've told you. Well, I shouldn't imagine she'll have too many problems next time around, because she'll certainly be back, along with her co-driver, Tina Thorner. She said they've done an awful lot of work together, and it seems to be paying off. Kleinschmidt, 6th fastest today. And Thierry de Laverne on a Nissan. And indeed, he was to head a group of 4 Nissans. Stefan Peter Hansel, the man, of course, who switched from the bikes. Greg de Mervieux and Salvador Servia as well. But by the day's end, it was Jean-Pierre Fontenay topping the list. Trouble for some, a better day for many.
On s'est tous, je crois, très amusés. C'était un petit peu piégeux parfois, il fallait en garder
Thierry
pied,
de
parce
Lavin.
qu'il y avait de très très beaux ravins. Mais on avait tous tellement envie de
Very
conduire
beautiful day.
aujourd'hui. Je crois que
Very happy indeed with his performance.
On s'est tous fait très 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 plaisir.
A great pleasure, he says, and so he might. Certainly looked to be enjoying himself. Thierry de Lavin, 7th on the day, and 7th overall. Well, Stefan Peter Hansel, 6 times winner on 2 wheels, and showing basically that he's almost as good when it comes to 4. Early days for Peter Hansel.
J'étais très impatient de découvrir la voiture en Afrique. Et en fait,
Great passion of his, he says.
j'ai appris beaucoup de choses aujourd'hui. C'était la première fois que
Coming
je
to
roulais
Africa.
avec une Patrol dans des conditions de piste un peu dures, cailloux, boue.
Well, this was
J'ai fait 3
in,
tours d'essai, mais
the
c'était à
track was
Dubaï,
in
100% sable. Et donc, quand
very
on roule
tough
sur une
conditions,
petite
he
piste
said.
avec le ravin à droite, la montagne à gauche, c'est vrai que
He was sliding all over the place, left and right.
quelques kilomètres. C'est venu progressivement et en tout cas, je me suis beaucoup amusé.
Oh, very amusing, he says. Well, some weren't smiling. Peter Hansel, more than happy with his performance. 8th overall, Peter Hansel. 8th on the day as well. Well, it certainly wasn't all tough, and the liaison stages provided a chance for everyone to take their foot off the gas just a little bit. Salvador Servier on rubber this a happy man. And Jean-Louis Schlesser had a much better day, thankfully. He wasn't a happy man in the buggy yesterday. Wiper problems, he said. He couldn't see a damn thing. Feast your eyes on this lot. And so to tomorrow, what's described as the real start of the Dakar, not for the faint-hearted. 510 kilometres in all from Agadir to Tantin in the south. But a particularly nasty special, over 230 kilometres of stone track. It'll be fast for the best, hell for the rest.